Hello everybody. I found a new state of my magic ghost number cubes beyond the hyper. And the only name I can have for these is the super magic ghost number cubes. These diagonals are derived from a triple dual square diagonals, flat diagonals of the inner ghost number cube, of the inner ghost numbers. This is a dual square, this is a dual square, and this is a dual square. Front to back right here, side to side right here, and top to bottom right here. Plus the normal cube's spatial diagonals. That's what you got to remember. It's a combination of the dual square diagonals, flat diagonals, dual square that you just now seen, front to back, side to side, and top to bottom, plus the spatial diagonals of a normal magic ghost number cube that doesn't include the central ghost number into the commutative property. So it's a one that does include, and a combination of the resulting spatial ghost numbers of the ones it doesn't. It's a circuitous. It's sort of circuitous. It is circuitous. It's circuitous around the faces of the box, not around the edges, around the faces, and a combination with the normal ghost number cube, the spatial diagonals. All these numbers, this number, this number, this number, and this number, for instance, adds up to 231. This number, this number, this number, and this number adds up to 273. Let me find the right one. 231 and 273 is 405. And you can check these other diagonals out. That's made up from a combination of all those four flat and spatial diagonals that I just mentioned. You can check these diagonals out, back to front, and all these diagonals, and they all add up to 504, which is 252 and 252 at these. So these are the hyper outer ghost numbers of the previous 63. It takes 4 63s to make a 252. Well, it takes two 252s to make a 504, which is what I have here, 504. It takes two 252s to make 504 at these diagonals. This is a combination of the diagonals. Don't let the circuitous box get in the way. But if you want to include the circuitous box, these are the circuitous box that makes up 2016. This is the circuitous box. So it reverts back from a diagonal, to which if you have a diagonal, you just take the circuitous box and you'll get 4 again of the super outer ghost numbers. 4 of them to be 216. And it can go on that way forever, I guess. It goes from a normal spatial diagonal to a circuitous box to the triple dual diagonal, flat diagonal, square diagonal pairs combined with the normal ghost number, magic ghost number diagonals, and that creates a circuitous box using the faces and the interior. And again, all these numbers add up to 504 on the outside. 504, which is a combination. You could have just went and added these two together, but why not have a reason for them to be together? And the reason is what I just described. These triple dual square diagonals. Dual square diagonals. There's three sets of them: front to back, side to side, and top to bottom, plus a combination with the normal diagonals of a spatial diagonals of a normal magic ghost number cube. So it's a magic ghost number cube plus a hyper magic ghost number cube. And the only name I can have for these, this is 3 raised to the 4th power, the central ghost number raised to the 4th power. 3 of them, the triple set of a normal magic cube raised to the 4th power to get 63. Well, the hyper magic ghost number is 12 of them, which is 3 raised to the 4th power. So 504, where is that? 504 is 24 of them. So it's 3 raised to the 8th power. Let me see if I can find that somewhere. Validate what I'm saying. Okay, 21 goes into 504 24 times. 24 times. Divide 21 3 times. Don't divide, but 21 times 3, 8 times is 504. So it's not just hyper magic ghost number cube where it's 3 to the 4th power. It's 3 to the divide 4 by 6, 3 to the 8th power. So that's why I call them, for lack of a better word, super magic ghost number cubes. Super is beyond hyper. And like I said, with these again, you can revert if you're going to have diagonals. These diagonals are a combination of all the triple dual squares and the spatial diagonals of both the magic ghost number cube and the hyper magic ghost number cube. So you can, if you have these diagonals back again, you can do the circuitous path of the edges yet again, which would give you 2016, which is 4 times the super magic ghost numbers. The super magic ghost numbers. These are the inner ghost numbers, where all these come from, I guess. These are the inner ghost numbers, the ones that you do the dual squares with, and also the diagonals, the spatial diagonals and the square flat diagonals.